I'm Sean Secrease. A bit of a change in our usual schedule tonight as we wanted to keep with the Fighting Illini as long as possible. The Raiders are at home to take on Hannibal, and with the opening tip, the Raiders win it. Welper goes to Reese, and the Raiders go up 2-0 right away here at home. I'm Sean Secrease, and my color partner tonight, someone that we've longed to bring in on the broadcast and who was actually scheduled for last weekend before I had a death in the family. But we're so happy to have him with us now. Newly minted Hall of Famer and longtime Notre Dame head coach, Coach Douglas. Coach Scott Douglas joining us here tonight. Coach, thanks for sitting in. We look forward to it tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Get the Raiders back going. I think it looks like they're off to a good start, and we'll get them rolling again tonight. That's going to be the plan.
Raiders are up 2-0 off the quick hoop by Reese. Raiders with Reese and Cramsey starting here tonight. That'll go along with Ritter, Welper, and Copley, the new addition to the starting lineup. There's still a bug going through the locker room, and so Stuckman not fully able to go tonight as Copley gets the start. Turnaround by Welper is no good, and Hannibal into the front court. A quick three out of the corner. That won't go for Radaman. And a foul after the shot is going to give it to Hannibal along the left-end baseline. Raiders up 2-0, just 40 seconds in. Raiders wearing the home whites with the gold and blue, and Hannibal on the road with the all-black with the red letters, numbers, and stripes down the side. Sean Secrease along with Scott Douglas tonight on WTAD, a parade of Raider luminaries that we hope to have with us throughout the season, here to bring us some additional depth into Raider basketball. Turnaround drive by Jones won't go off the running right-handed hook, and a foul on the rebound on the weak side is going to go against Jones, and it's going to be Raider basketball.
Good start right now. You see a couple pretty good defensive possessions for the Raiders. That's kind of been a struggle up to this point, so it's good to see it get off to a good start defensively.
Well, the Raiders, they've had trouble holding down opponents so far this season. The Raiders giving up 67 points per game. Three is no good on the quick take by Reese. That's going to be out of bounds over the right-end baseline, and that'll go right back to Hannibal. Raiders up 2-0, just a minute into the opening quarter. What do you look for from the Raiders if they're going to go press
both
now?
Times. I think Aubrey both times, that time, he missed a shot, but it was really good execution of what they want to do offensively. Again, defensively, they're stirring things up with the press. So I think they're off to a pretty good start, actually. They went inside the bend in their opening possession. He was able to get a good look.
Ritter down the lane. His runner not going to go, a bit out of control on the bump. Now he kicks it back outside. Down the lane, Cramsey. He hangs and can't hit as it's just off the front of the rim, and the rebound by Powell on the weak side. Powell, he's really the horse for Hannibal.
He is, and it's going to be interesting to see if the Raiders can stop him from getting touches.
They want to play inside out, does Hannibal, and Powell, he's looking at some new men on the court. If they graduated 60% of their starting lineup after a 15-10 campaign last year for the Pirates. Pull up by Welper, pulls it down, now goes back up right in the face of Powell. Shot won't go.
That's a good
rebound
matchup.
picked up by Jones. That's going to be a good match all night.
It will be. Ben and Powell, both really good post players. It should be a good matchup.
Still 2-0. Raiders on top. Just 2 minutes in now. Fading to the far side, Griffith. He wants help from Radaman. The Radaman twins with Griffith, Jones, and Powell, the starters tonight for Hannibal. Hannibal, head coached by Mark Thomas, and the three from the outside is good for Kevin Radaman. He's got three, and it's quickly 3-2 Hannibal. Raiders into the front court, looking to go to that left side for Reese. Reese to the high elbow right for Ritter. Now outside for Cramsey. Cramsey gets the pick from Welper, looks for a pick and roll, can't find him. Across the court to Ritter. Ritter down the lane, hangs from 10. He's going to get hit, no call. Rebound by Copley on the backside. Outside to Reese. Reese, jab step with the left, brings it down to Cramsey. Cramsey taking his time against the man-to-man pressure, stolen by Griffith. Griffith's going to go all the way in. Hagen shot blocked from behind by Cramsey. Rebound put back up and in by Powell. Powell showing he's dynamic.
Yeah, good hustle by Powell. He just fouled the play. It looked like a breakaway easy one, but good hustle by him. He missed the layup, but he was able to be there to finish it.
Now the Raiders down, giving up a 5-0 run, trail 5-2, 4:40 to go here in the first quarter. Picked by Copley, rubbing off at his Cramsey. Gets it outside to Ritter, tries the left baseline and is shut off. Man-to-man defense from Hannibal. They've been quick to double. Outside look for Reese. That three just not going to go. Rebound underneath by Powell, and he patrols the lane with a big defensive board.
He's a big fella. He's a big, strong kid. Very skilled, too. Yep, got to guard him out there.
Radaman outside to Powell. Powell misses the three. 1-3 on 1 of 5 combined by the two teams so far here tonight. Raiders trail 5-2, just over 4 minutes to go now. Near side for Reese, going to go down low for Welper. Right in the face of Powell, turns baseline. Powell cuts him off and has the rebound.
Again, a good job going inside. I think they got to continue to do that. Ben will have success.
Griffiths for 3, he's got it, and suddenly it's an 8-0 run.
Well, Griffiths, that's a guy that they're going to have to keep an eye. He's proven now that he's going to hit a couple of them. So defensively, they got to adjust.
Long 3, no good from Reese. He's been quick to put it up, but he's 0 for 3 to start the game tonight. Reese so far this season has been just 1 of 8 from beyond the line coming into the game tonight. Now 1 of 11. Steal underneath though by Reese on the interior look as they were trying to go cross to Jones.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Sean, and it's real early, but let's watch it as time goes on. The Raiders got to change ends better, especially defense to offense. They can get some push, I think, and they're not doing a great job with that right now.
Well, Coach Thomas has said he wants his Hannibal Pirates to be up-tempo. Raiders afraid to play into that a little?
Maybe. I'm not sure it doesn't suit them better as a team to play in that kind of mode.
Quick interior pass to Welper. He misses the short shot. Raiders scramble for it with Copley on the defensive end, and it's just out of bounds. Right back to Hannibal. 8-2, Hannibal on top. They've gotten 2 from Powell and a 3 each from Griffith and Radaman. And now the Raiders are going to make some changes. They're going to bring Stuckman and Eaton into this game. Out go Welper and Reese. So the Raiders will
creates quite a challenge, Sean, for guarding Powell. I mean, Tanner Stuckman is height-wise can deal with him, but he's a big kid. And they're going to have to give Tanner a little bit of help because he's so darn thick.
Yeah, it's like a butter knife guarding a fire plug.
Yeah.
Down low to Powell goes Hannibal, and the shot is blocked by Stuckman, but a foul on the attempt.
And that's what Tanner's got that advantage. I mean, Tanner, I'm not sure there's a foul there. I think one of the things that Tanner has as an advantage is he's got his length. And I think, to me, in that particular play, did a good job utilizing his strength. But definitely Powell got the call.
To the line for the first time tonight for either team goes Powell. Powell's first one is in and out. Powell had the early 2 down low. And since then, he's missed the 3 and now missed the free throw. Hannibal comes into this one tonight 0-2 on the season. They've gotten off to a tough start with losses to Kirksville and Bowling Green. Raiders, of course, coming off the overtime loss here at the pit against Macomb on Saturday night. Powell 1 of 2, and it's 9-2 now, a 9-0 run for Hannibal after the Raiders got the first bucket of the game. Ramsey comes up to half court, now gets it to Ritter on the right side. Go a little high stack here, high-low, and it's picked off by Powell on the entry by Copley.
Yeah, Powell not a good angle there, Sean. We got entered that ball from the wing instead of up on top. They had him early.
Griffith on the far side, step back from 17, not going to go. Great block out by the Raiders. Now they have a chance to go the other way. Raiders on the far side, Eaton, his pass telegraph, stolen by Hannibal. Hannibal on the run, knocks it down with Hale Radman. Now to Griffiths on the near side. Griffiths will float between the circles. Raiders man-to-man, left end of the floor. 2:15 to go, first quarter. 9-2, Hannibal on top on a 9-0 run. Knocked away by Copley. Ball's loose, far side. Griffiths on it. Timeout, Hannibal. They're going to take a 20, so we'll keep it here for you at the pit. 2:10 to go, first quarter. It's a Hannibal on a 9-0 run. They lead the Raiders 9-2. Sean Secrease, joined by former Raider head coach Scott Douglas tonight. Coach, early you've mentioned the Raiders need to transition defense to offense a little better. They haven't gotten some opportunities despite creating some turnovers.
Yeah, but I think Hannibal actually has done a pretty good job of capitalizing on Notre Dame's really conscious effort to defend Powell and their perimeter guys. I know there's been talk that they haven't had a great start to the year, but quite frankly, their perimeter guys have hit a couple open shots. And they've done a decent job of getting it to him. And then he's really good at either scoring or getting it out and creating some looks. But Griffith, they've had a couple guys hit threes, and that's a good start for Hannibal.
Out of the timeout, Hannibal with it, far side of the floor, left end. Hannibal gets it into the hands of Griffith.
Change to the zone now, so this ought to be interesting to see how Hannibal handles 1-2-2.
Radaman near side, high entry, stolen by Bodorf. Bodorf's been instant offense for the Raiders so far this season. Let's see if he can help them here. Raiders into the front court. Ramsey goes far side where he looks for Ritter, the leading scorer last year for the Raiders. Ritter has been the man that's marked by defenses so far this season. Straight away now, Eaton fakes it. Ritter has it. Baseline is open, and he crashes into the rim and is fouled. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, there's a couple things. Number one, I think Hannibal's doing a really good job pushing them a little bit further away from the basket, and I think the Raiders would like to execute their offense. And secondly, I think they have guys coming off of a little cross screen in the lane that are open. They got to throw it to them and then play off of that a little bit more than what they're doing right now.
Yeah, Hannibal's defense has pushed the start of the play for the Raiders out above that three-point line, but those wings seem to be open.
Yeah, it's all timing, though. I mean, it's all timing, and right now our timing is frankly a little lethargic. And if we can be a little bit crisper, a little bit more sure on our cuts and our screens, I think then we'll start playing in that attack area around the arc. That's a little bit more consistent for us to be able to execute offensively.
Ritter, a 70% free throw shooter on the year, hits 1 of 2, and the Raiders stopped the 9-0 run for Hannibal. It's 9-3 with 1:35 to go here in the first quarter. To Powell. Powell plays it to the far side corner. 3 on the way, in and out. Hannibal had a great chance to go up, but it was a missed 3. Now in transition, ball's loose again. Griffiths wants the 3, but a travel whistled out front against Radovich, and that takes the opportunity away from Hannibal.
Got a little bit of an extra hop in there. Cost him a pretty good look at a perimeter 3.
So the Raiders looking to cut into this 6-point lead. Turned over. Griffith has it in traffic. Gets hit, and he's going to go to the free throw stripe. Cramsey just a little bit lazy with the ball, and Griffiths picked his pocket and went the other way. Griffiths is just 5'2". He's just going to try to outquick you on the board.
He is, and he's crazy quick.
Yep.
He's crazy quick. I mean, that's something that they may even take a look at as time goes on, is maybe having someone that's not being defended by him, bring the ball and get him initiated into offense.
Griffiths has the long 3, but he misses the free throw. Raiders will get Reese back into the game for Cramsey. So it'll be Bodorf with Stuckman, Eaton, Reese, and Ritter, the 5 on the floor for the Raiders. Second free throw is no good. Rebound in traffic by Bodorf, and the Raiders down 9-3 with 70 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Reese out front, knocked away by Griffiths. Reese has it, went for it a little lazily, and Griffiths creating a lot of havoc out top. Raiders will be lucky to get this back.
Yeah, again, I mean, the opportunity here is you can take a look at switching up guys and maybe let someone that Griffiths not guarding be the one that initiates. That's what they're going to do right now. They're going to let Ritter start it off instead of Aubrey.
Raiders look to go backdoor for Ritter on a little high pick. Bodorf down the lane. He's going to hang, finger roll too hard. Rebound in the lane, picked up by Hannibal. Radman wants to run. Ball is loose on the far side, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Reese, and it'll stay with Hannibal with 43 seconds to go. 9-3, Pirates on top of the Raiders.
Well, offensively, it's going to be. Offensively, I think we got to see a little bit more patience. But I say patience. That doesn't necessarily mean you're not going to score early. It just means that you have an idea of what you're looking for.
Powell turn around, fade away, too strong. Rebounded weak side by Eaton. Eaton weaves his way through traffic across the timeline. To the right side, looks down low. Nobody's on Stuckman. His up and under is an easy 2.
Yeah, I think you've got to keep going there consistently. 1, if you get Powell in foul trouble, that's an advantage for you. But 2, you're going to score. You're having success scoring in there.
Raiders with the 1-2-2 press. Come out with a turnover. Long 3, no good from Eaton. Rebound by Bodorf. He spins down the lane, hangs and hits. Well, Bodorf seems to be the elixir that gets the Raiders rolling offensively. And with 1 second to go, the Pirates throw it away against the press, and the Raiders will have a chance to run a quick play here with 1.5 seconds on the clock at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, they should have time here to get a pretty decent look.
It's going to be on the baseline.
That even works more to their advantage, I think, Sean. I think run a little.
Well, you're the one who designs plays,
yeah,
I would say.
I'm looking at what they're doing. I'm not sure they got set up in anything.
Raiders have to break this in. It's knocked around loose, and Powell runs out of time before he puts it up full court. At the end of the first quarter, a hectic start to the game. Hannibal has a 9-7 lead at the pit. You're listening to Raider Basketball on WTAD.
It's coming to Quincy, and it's a game changer. Fiber is the fastest technology available, and Adams is bringing fiber to the home. Nothing else compares to fiber, and Adams will be connecting Quincy neighborhoods to this lightning-fast internet and telephone service with no gimmick pricing and local service. Find out how your neighborhood can become a fiberhood. Just take the quick survey at followthefiber.net. Adams, the better.
Let's say you got a golfer in the family and you just don't know what to get him. He's got bags, he's got shoes, he's got new clubs he just bought 2 weeks ago. He's just went in there, just bought a pull card note yesterday. but I know he likes golf, and I just don't know what to get. So here, I got a perfect solution for you. It's called a gift certificate. We can make the gift certificate any denomination that you want, and it's always good here at R&R Golf.
Seacrease along with Scott Douglas. Thanks to Bruce Terstegen taking care of us back at the WT80 studios. Griffiths for Hannibal. He gets it right side as the Raiders have gone back man-to-man to start this second quarter. Griffiths straight away, working out front. Bounce pass into the corner. Three put up, and it rattles home for Radaman. Keel Radaman hits a three, and it's a 12-7 lead for Hannibal to start the second quarter.
Yeah, they gave him just a little bit too much room, and he got a good, clean look at it. Good
Raiders
shot.
Going to start against this Hannibal man-to-man on the left side. Straight away now for Bodorf. And, Coach, you mentioned the Raiders just need to be patient.
There you go, right there.
Low post layup,
right there.
rolls right in for Stuckman. Great patience on the five by Ritter.
Here's the thing. If they'll get a reversal or two, I think they're going to score at will because their execution of their offense is really not bad. They're just not patient enough with it.
Is that what you're preaching in the huddle?
I think so. I think so. Don't be in such a hurry.
Three off the wing is good again. Griffiths this time hits. He's got 6 on the night on 2 threes.
Yeah, he's proven he's hit a couple, so you got to be a little bit more conscious of what he's doing. You can't help so much off of him right now.
Tipped out of bounds, far side, loose pass from Reese to Ritter. And now a timeout called on the floor by Coach Sheffield, just a 20. So we'll keep this here. Coach told me before the game tonight, he said it was a tough week of practice. The team's still dealing with a bit of a flu bug going through the locker room, and the coach and the team aren't seeing eye to eye right now.
Well, and you saw right there, it's just casual. It's not a situation. The timing's messed up a little bit. He's getting out there too far away from the basket. So the whole timing of getting everything initiated isn't there. Then you're just too casual. It's a varsity basketball game. You got to catch that ball, rip it, be ready to play right away.
6:46 to go here in the first half. Raiders at home for the final time this year. Raiders will be on the road on a Tuesday night, and that's going to be a doubleheader for us on WTAD as we'll get our first chance to see the Lady Raiders under Coach Meyer. I'll be joined by another Raider Hall of Famer named Coach Lori Vogel, former Coach Lori Vogel, Hall of Famer Lori Vogel, here to get things started. And then another surprise for you for the Tuesday nightcap game with the Raiders on the road at Palmyra. Powell in the low post, spins, can't hit, ball's loose, hits the deck. Raiders have it with Eaton still loose. Drippmans gets to it. He's going to create another possession for Hannibal, but he loses it over the sideline into the student section. There's a young man with an orange squid on his head who is in danger on that play. He stayed safe, though, and the Raiders will have this back trailing 15-9.
And they did a good job of getting in the lane and really forcing Powell into a tough shot.
Raiders go far side. Hannibal extending their man-to-man out above the arc. Bumping right into the back of Bodorf is Rysam, and that's going to be the first foul on Rysam and the 4th team foul against Hannibal here in the first half. Raiders have been whistled for 3. Neither team in foul trouble with 6:15 to go in the first half. 15-9, Hannibal on top. Hannibal looking for its first win of the year. Eaton into the front court. High right elbow for Stuckman. Now back to Eaton. Open 3 from the left side is good.
Again, good execution. Having some confidence in their offense is really what they need. They're not. It can't be casual, but having some confidence is what they need. A little travel there.
Travel by Rodman. That's Caden Rodman for Hannibal on the travel. This is the first time this year that we've seen the Raiders go made bucket into the press too. That's just kind of changing the tempo.
Yeah, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I do think it's okay. It looks to me like Hannibal is a team that may have some issues or may have had some issues turning the ball over. So not a bad idea to force them to play a little faster than they're capable.
Yeah, unofficial at Hannibal for 6 turnovers here in the first half. 15-12, Raiders trailing, looking to even it up. On the outside with Cramsey left wing. Stuckman wants a 3, just off the front of the rim. Rebound down low, and we're going to have a whistle. That's going to go against the Raiders coming over the back on the weak side rebound.
Yeah, and again, not bad execution. I think you want that. You want Tanner Stuckman taking that shot 100 times out of 100. So you can't be disappointed with that possession. That one worked out pretty well for him.
Johnny Ray into the ball game now for the Raiders. Ray had been ill. He had dealt with a discipline issue, and he'd been in and out of the starting lineup, but he's been in every game for the Raiders this year. Ray off the bench. Griffiths on the drive. Shot blocked by Stuckman. Keeps it in play and just too loose on the pass. He was trying to do a lot with Tanner Stuckman. He blocked it, caught it, and then tried to get rid of it before falling out of bounds.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit off balance and trying to get rid of it. It was a kind of a dangerous play to throw it back over there. I think he knew that, so it's better that it went out of bounds than them catching it and getting an easy layup.
Hannibal with it on the bounce with Radman. Looks for Powell at the high elbow. Down to the right side of the lane, gets pulled down, and Powell looks like he's going to go, this is going to be on the baseline before the shot. So Powell doesn't get to go back to the line where he's 1 of 2 so far tonight. 15-12, Hannibal on top, 5:12 to go here in the first half at the pit. Raiders have Tuesday night at Palmyra, then Friday night at Mater Dei. Number 3 in the St. Louis Post-Dispatch Fall School Poll. We'll see how the Raiders handle themselves before the holiday break, and then, of course, to the Holiday Classic. On the outside, it's Griffiths for Hannibal. Behind his back, looks down the lane. Good find for Radman. He wasn't in a position to shoot, though. To his brother, Radman, off the corner. No good. Rebound picked up by the Raiders. Ritter has it.
Good checkouts. Secure the rebound.
Eaton, Ritter, and Cramsey on the outside. Ray working down low with Stuckman. Stuckman comes to the near side. Ball is loose. Cramsey has it back off the touch. Quick 5-on-4 as Griffiths is out of position. Ray down the lane, who opens up back door. Stuckman goes up, and he gets a chance at a three-point play, finishing with contact in the lane.
Really good attack. I thought actually Ray had a chance to swing the ball to the other side, but he did a good job attacking. He drew a defender, got the ball to Tanner. Tanner's really good finishing in there. He uses his length very well to score the ball. He's very sure.
Yeah, he might not have that big physical presence of a guy like Powell, but he's so long and he's strong enough to take it right up to the rim and just finish with it. Stuckman misses the free throw, so the Raiders down 1, 15-14, 4.5 to play here in the second quarter at home. Quick pull-up from 3 by Radman. He's got it. He's shooting 50% from beyond the arc, 2 of 4, and the Raiders, do they have to step out now or keep making handles?
Yeah, no, I think they do. I mean, I think they got to do something different off the ball screen. It's Drew Eaton. Hits a 3 from deep, so that's a good start.
He answers back, and the Raiders set up that 1-2-2 press. Hannibal breaks it down into the front court. Griffith swings it to the baseline. Dribble drive by Radman. Looks baseline to Powell. Powell takes the contact. Off the window. Won't go. Rebound Stuckman on the weak side. Raiders want to run. Eaton draws the defense. 3 out of the corner by Ray. It's good!
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I think they need to do a better job running the floor, because I think they create these opportunities. They put shooters all around the perimeter. If they can get the ball up the floor quick, get the ball to a guy in rhythm like Ritter was there, those are great shots for Notre Dame players.
Now the Raiders, they have themselves a lead for the first time since it was 2-0 here tonight. Raiders up 20-18, 20-18 QND after that last 3 by Ritter, as Coach mentioned. Griffith on the drive, gets to the right elbow, bounce pass to Powell, his layup off the window, takes the full tour and pops out, but nobody gets the rebound, and Ray fouls Powell on the rebound. Yeah. Powell's going to go to the line.
I'll tell you what, though, it's a bad break, Sean, because the thing I really liked is I saw aggressiveness out of Drew Eaton, I saw aggressiveness out of Austin Ritter, and I saw aggressiveness out of Tanner Stuckman. They all went for it. They all collided with each other, and it just happened to bounce into Powell's hand. I'll take that mistake anytime.
Coaches will usually live with mistakes of aggression.
Absolutely.
Powell hits the front edge of the rim, and it won't roll home. He's 1 of 3 from the free throw line. And you mentioned, watch the battle with Powell and Stuckman when Welper went out. I have to give this firmly as a win to Stuckman, as Powell's been held to just 3 points here in the first half.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. And I think part of that, Sean, is as Notre Dame has said, hey, look, it's not going to be Powell that's going to be the guy that hurts us. If you're going to hit threes from the perimeter, then we may have to live with a little bit of that. And to their credit, they have a few. But Notre Dame's done a really nice job on Powell, no doubt about that.
Yeah, Hannibal, 15 of their 18 from beyond the arc here tonight, as they've been willing to put it up long distance. Powell from the stripe, hits the second one. And that makes it 19-20. Raiders on top with possession. Hannibal going to extend a little bit of pressure against the Raiders. The senior, Ritter, brings it up against Griffiths. Gets it to Reese to the far side corner. Reese protects the ball on his hip. Gets it to Welper. Down the lane, Stuckman. Layup is good.
Again, good execution, good patience, and really taking what Hannibal's going to give them.
Stuckman with 8 already tonight. That's his season high. He had 5 against both Canton and Father Tolton. Raiders with a quick rebound, now in transition again, up 22-18. Reese regains a loose ball, now straight away for Welper. He'll swing it around. Low post, Stuckman. He goes to work against the smaller guard, Radaman. He's got 10.
Well, and good recognition by the Raiders, seeing that Tanner had a smaller player on him and found him in the post.
Now the Raiders really heating up now. They've picked up 17 here through the first 5.5 minutes of this second quarter after being held to just 7 in the first quarter. Raiders man-to-man has a little more bite defensively now. Reaching is Reese. No foul on Griffiths. Griffiths gets a little pick and roll down to the left baseline. Pulls back, 17-foot floater, no good. Raiders have the rebound with Eaton. 2:10 to go in the first half. Raiders up by 5, 24-19, looking for more. Reese straight away. Eaton wants a long 3. That's off the front iron, and the rebound comes back to the Raiders. Quick shot, no good by Stuckman.
Yeah, just a little patience. I think they felt the roll right there, felt a little bit of momentum. It'll be interesting to see. Young team now. Let's see if now the next possession, you almost want to give them one of those. You know, let's say, okay, you guys feel it, you got momentum, let it fly one time, but now here's the possession that really matters. Can you come back now and have a great possession here and get exactly what you want?
Well, and in Eaton's defense, he was 2 for 2 from beyond the arc before that, so he's feeling rhythm tonight, too.
Right. I want him taking that one.
Minute 40 to go now here in the first half. Raiders look backdoor. It's cut off outside Ritter. He's had to fumble with his footwork just a bit on that pass, and he wasn't in rhythm. Now Hannibal with a chance to cut into this 2-possession lead. Raiders up 24-19. Griffiths on the far side from Radman. Radman. Howell working down low, and now Jones back into the lineup. The starting 5 out there for Coach Thomas. Minute 20 to go in the first half now. 24-19. Raiders defending man-to-man. They're stepping out and taking more than 3 part arc away now.
They are. They're doing a better job of getting out on the perimeter, and that should help.
Powell defended by Welper. That's 2 big bodies going at it. Griffiths down the lane. He can't get it to go as he cut in along the baseline. They just couldn't roll it over the front of the rim with the contact. Reese goes down low, kicks it outside. Badorf thinks about it, takes the shot. It's just out on the attempt for 3. Raiders have the rebound, though, as Badorf stayed after it. That gave Copley an opportunity to get over there. And the Raiders, looks like they're going to be called for the foul here, or is it going to go against Hannibal? Going to go against Hannibal. That's some of the Pirate fans who have made the trip here, booing just off to our right.
Yeah, not happy about that one.
Alley-oop in the lane to Welper. Ball comes loose to Copley. Copley scoops and scores.
Hey, turnabout's fair play. They got one down there like that. We get one here.
26-19, 40 seconds to go now. All the way down the floor, picked off by Welper. And they're going to call that a foul on Welper. That's a tough call. Radman, the small guard at just 5'9" and 160 pounds soaking wet, left his feet, bumped into Welper, who's done a great job, as we talked about in the offseason, of reshaping his body for this year.
Absolutely.
And that was just a tough foul to call against Welper.
I mean, it was a good job reacting that Ben did. It looks like there's a little bit of confusion in Notre Dame's press, and they probably should have another player up a little bit further towards half court because they're able to hit that middle guy way too easy. And I know that's not part of the design.
38 seconds to go here in the first half. First free throw is no good from Radman. And the Raiders into the front court with Reese. 30 seconds to go now. Copley fakes it. He got the start tonight over an ailing Stuckman. Coach also said that he had earned that look in practice. It wasn't just handed to him because Stuckman wasn't feeling well. Badorf on the outside as Coach Sheffield implores his men. 3 from Badorf rattles home. He'll just take that pull-up. He's a gifted shooter.
Well, and you know, the shot he took at the other thing, I thought he just lost a little rhythm. I almost wish he would have taken a dribble, give himself some rhythm, because he's really good when he does that.
Now a steal by Ritter in transition. Back to Badorf. With time expiring, Ritter throws it up off the window. We've played 16 minutes, and halftime is here. The Raiders come storming back from down 9-2 to lead 29-19 at the half. You're listening to Raider Basketball. It's Raiders at the half ahead next on Talk Radio 930 WTAD.
Federated Insurance is a lot like the family businesses we help protect. For 105 years and counting, Federated has shared the common values that have served our clients well. Federated Insurance, it's our business to protect yours.
Call Tony Reese in Quincy at 223-4623.
Oh, that story looks good. Let me click that link. What? Locked? Pay site? Why do they link stories that I can't see? I'm not paying for that.
All of your online news at your fingertips is free on QuincyJournal.com. Quincy Journal also has a mobile site that fits your smartphone perfectly. And have you taken a peek at QJ TV, QND Lady Raiders, Quincy High Blue Devils, QND Raiders games and more, live on QJ TV. For the latest in politics, community news, and more, free every day, it's QuincyJournal.com.
When Andy Douglas became the head coach of the Quincy High Blue Devils, he wanted a fresh start and a new look, starting with a locker room. The first place he called was Landmarks. You're looking at the finished product. Wall picks, logos, inspirational quotes, and even window treatments. Each application was custom designed and installed by Landmarks right here in Quincy.
The window treatments are one of my favorite parts. They got kind of the wood feel. We're able to see out and see what's going on in the locker room, and the players can't see in, so that's kind of a special thing. But it has one of our favorite quotes on it: the image of one projects the image of all. It's a quote that we use with our program, our players. But again, it's a great addition to our locker room. It adds a lot of spice to it.
Wall picks, screen printing, embroidering, vehicle wraps. Let Landmarks give your home or office or locker room a fresh new look. Landmarks, make your mark.
Bah humbug! I don't care. You know what? If you want to see the latest style, you just want to see the Skechers golf shoe here at R&R Golf. This is spikeless, leather, and they're selling for $84.99 here at R&R Golf. Brand new on the market.
When Amy's brother passed away, her family went to Hanson Spear Funeral Home.
It's not about, the death of the family member. It's about celebrating a life. They're very family oriented as well. They're, traditional, and they want to make you feel like, you're almost, part of the family. And that's what we really liked. If I had to sum up Hanson Spear in a word, it would be compassionate and loyal. It would be like family.
It's coming to Quincy, and it's a game changer. Fiber is the fastest technology available, and Adams is bringing fiber to the home. Nothing else compares to fiber, and Adams will be connecting Quincy neighborhoods to this lightning-fast internet and telephone service with no gimmick pricing and local service. Find out how your neighborhood can become a fiberhood. Just take the quick survey at followthefiber.net. Adams, the better and now faster way to connect.
Let's say you got a golfer in the family and you just don't know what to get him. He's got bags, he's got shoes, he's got new clubs he just bought 2 weeks ago. He's just went in there, just bought a pull card note yesterday. But I know he likes golf, and I just don't know what to get. So here, I got a perfect solution for you. It is called a gift certificate. We can make the gift certificate any denomination that you want, and it's always good here at R&R Golf.
Around here, and relationships are built on trust. That's the way it is at Town & Country Bank. Real people who like things simple, honest, and right. In our roots,
Federated Insurance is a lot like the family businesses we help protect. For 105 years and counting, Federated has shared the common values that have served our clients well. Federated Insurance, it's our business to protect yours.
Call Tony Reese in Quincy at 223-4623.
Oh, that story looks good. Let me click that link. What? Locked? Pay site? Why do they link stories that I can't see? I'm not paying for that.
All of your online news at your fingertips is free on QuincyJournal.com. Quincy Journal also has a mobile site that fits your smartphone perfectly. And have you taken a peek at QJ TV, QND Lady Raiders, Quincy High Blue Devils, QND Raiders games and more, live on QJ TV. For the latest in politics, community news, and more, free every day, it's QuincyJournal.com.
When Andy Douglas became the head coach of the Quincy High Blue Devils, he wanted a fresh start and a new look, starting with a locker room. The first place he called was Landmarks. You're looking at the finished product. Wall picks, logos, inspirational quotes, and even window treatments. Each application was custom designed and installed by Landmarks right here in Quincy.
The window treatments are one of my favorite parts. They got kind of the wood feel. We're able to see out and see what's going on in the locker room, and the players can't see in, so that's kind of a special thing. But has one of our favorite quotes on it: "The image of one projects the image of all." It's a quote that we use with our program, our players. But again, it's a great addition to our locker room. It adds a lot of spice to it.
Wall picks, screen printing, embroidering, vehicle wraps. Let Landmarks give your home or office or locker room a fresh new look. Landmarks, make your mark.
Second half just underway at the pit as the Raiders lead Hannibal 29-19 out of halftime. Raiders now moving right to left across the floor here at the pit, taking around the perimeter, and they're being very patient. Former Raider head coach for 17 years, Scott Douglas, joining me in the booth tonight. Coach, Raiders just came out patient, maybe a little bit too much so to establish the tempo.
I just didn't think they executed. They didn't really give Ben a chance to sit down in there and work. They got the switch that they wanted. They just rushed the pass.
Ben Welper has dealt with a little bit of a foul issue as well as lack of playing time tonight. He went to the bench early. That was the coach's decision, and he was held scoreless in the first half. Raiders doing a good job rebounding underneath after a missed tight shot. Welper averaging 10.5 points per game for the Raiders through their first 4 this season. Now Welper sits on that low post, turns around into the face of Powell. Can't get the right-handed roller to go. Ball is loose on the outside. Picked up by Radman. 2-on-1 for Hannibal. Radman keeps it himself. Layup is up and in. Nice job by Cramsey to try to draw the charge without giving the foul.
Well, again, in two what possessions that you would say, oh, they're not too bad of possessions. I'm not sure they got really what they wanted on either one of them in terms of really getting into a flow. See if they do a better job here. Down to Welper. Raiders making it an emphasis to play through the post here early in this third quarter. Down the lane, hanging, and Ritter just putting it up too strong. Rebound by Powell down low. Powell 4 points in the first half, but he did a great job controlling the boards. Quick three out of the corner. Good for Hannibal. They go to Radman in the corner. He's got the first 5. He's got 11 now to lead all scorers. And suddenly this Hannibal ball club showing life, down 24-29. 6 minutes to go, third quarter. Raiders with it on the offensive end. Reese to the free throw line. Jumper with the left hand is pure. Good shot off of the ball screen. A tough shot. Press. Good job by Copley. Value the possession though. Value the possession.
Yeah, he loses it. Tried to get a little bit too quick with that backdoor no-look pass to Ritter off the press, and it's going to go right back to Hannibal. Last year in Hannibal used a 20-13 third quarter to beat the Raiders 69-57. Raiders trying to return the favor here at home tonight, leading 31-24. And on Tuesday night, the Raiders will be at Palmyra. Palmyra outshot that very good Canton club that we saw on the second night of the season, 58-52 last week. So it'll be a challenge on Tuesday night. Raiders with another pickoff with the press. Going down the lane is Cramsey. He hangs and hits. He uses his body like a circus performer.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Copley's doing a great job on the front of this press, really distracting, and he's getting his hands and feet and everything on balls, making their guards uncomfortable. I think that's really setting a tone defensively.
Yeah, Copley with just 2 points in the game, but he has been that disrupting force that we know Johnny Ray's capable of being as well for this team.
Absolutely. Both those guys are really good at this.
Powell backdoor on the press. 2-on-1. Griffiths up front. Jones rather is fouled, and that's going to be on the floor. The first foul against the Raiders here in the second half. That'll be Cramsey on the call, and it'll be Hannibal basketball on the right-hand baseline.
Yeah, probably not a bad foul there by Carter. He had a layup. They did a pretty good job executing and defeating the press and had a layup, and Carter went ahead and took the foul.
Sean Sigrist, Scott Douglas with you tonight on WTAD. Outside now goes Hannibal for Griffith. He wants to feed it into the post to Jones. Too tight an angle, and the Raiders have it picked off. Reese into the front court. No chance to up the tempo there. I think the Raiders are looking, but Hannibal's good job of getting back.
They did, and then they did the right thing. They reversed the ball. They got themselves into a possession, and now they look like they got a little flow going. See if they don't get something here.
Outside for Ritter on the three. In and out. Rebound by Griffiths. Ritter.
A good trap by Aubrey.
That leads to this look for Cramsey, and it's good! 3 off the corner as Reese finds him, and a timeout called by Hannibal. A 20-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. And Cramsey, we've seen this with the youngster early in the season. When he starts to get the offense going, and when Ritter finds his stroke, it seems like the rest of the guys relax, and it all kind of falls together.
I think you're right. I mean, here's the thing, is that when they step into threes, they don't miss, or they're dead on every single time. The problem is sometimes they get in a little bit of a hurry, and because they do shoot it so well, they want to shoot the first one that comes. They got to get confidence in each other that they're going to find each other. And I think once they do that, then all of a sudden you're going to see a team that is just really, really filled with weapons shooting the ball. And I think that's going to be the change. Defensively, they're stirring things up. That's in transition, but it's a step into it three. And it's a great shot for Carter to take.
And you get these 3-point shooters, they'll learn that if it comes inside, outside, or off the ball reversal, they'll get good looks.
Boy, isn't that the truth? And that is so true.
Down low, Raiders trying to get back against the press as Hannibal breaks it into the front court. Raiders force Hannibal to pull up, and now Griffiths with it in the center circle as he works against the man-to-man from Cramsey. Outside, picks it up with Radwan. Radwan with 3. There's his brother, Kason Radwan. He's got 11 to lead all scorers. Step back by Griffith, finds Powell, spins to the baseline. He'll be fouled. Boy, Welper was there defending with the body, and Copley came to help as the second man. And Powell just so strong, he forces the foul. 36-24, Raiders on top, 4:20 to play here in the third quarter. Raiders looking to get to 2-3 on the season before going to Palmyra on Tuesday night.
Raiders did a good job of really hedging the screen with Griffith, but I thought Griffith made a really smart play there. He kind of bounced back just a little bit, and then he knew that Powell was going to be sitting on that block. And so he bounced back and then pulled it back towards him and found him sitting on the block. It was a smart play by Griffith.
And this, much like QND, this is a Hannibal team that's trying to get comfortable with its starters, having graduated 3 starters after last year's campaign at 15-10. Powell 1 of 2 from the line, and that cuts off a Raider 8-0 run. Raiders lead 36-25. 4:10 to go. On the outside, left side for Cramsey. Free throw line extended. Dribbles between the circles. Has the edge on Griffith, and Griffith has to grab him and foul him.
Yeah, good. That was a good job by Carter. Carter is not going to let that happen where he got ripped again. His dribble is much stronger, not as casual, and he'll take care of it now.
Boy, hard to believe Cramsey just a sophomore. Yeah. He played a ton of minutes last year for the Raiders in Coach Sheffield's first year. 4 minutes to go now, third quarter. Reese on the outside, looks at the 3, down the lane, step back from 8, and the lefty has it in and out. Big rebound by Powell. Griffith in transition, pulls it up as Powell, the trailer, comes right down the middle. Griffith on the crossover, hands it to Radwan. Radwan on the right side, gets to Powell, rolls toward the hoop, and he gets fouled. Copley comes over and gets him, and Powell's going to go back to the free throw line. Well, Powell, he moves very adroitly around that mid-post, high post for a big man.
And he's a smart guy on the ball screen. He felt the Raider hedge sticking out, and he kind of slipped that screen. And our help, the Raiders' help, wasn't quick enough to get there and stop him. It's a good read by Powell, and he just does a good job reading that ball screen and what his defender's doing to stop the ball handler.
Big deep knee bend for the 6'4" junior. He's made 2 free throws in a row for the first time tonight. His last one on the previous trip and first one here. Powell now with 6. And the next one, he is just too short. Big rebound picked up by Bador. Raiders on top, 36-26. 3:30 to go, third period. Cramsey gets a little high with the dribble. Down the lane now, he's not going to get any help. He throws up a circus shot, won't go. Hannibal fights for it. Powell has it. He's just going to rip it away so strong. Griffiths now in traffic, brings it away, gets away with a carry, gives it up before he can be whistled for it. Radwan nearly traveled, and now Hannibal settles it down. Griffiths, stab step, backs it out between the circles. Raiders man-to-man, plenty of room on the baseline if Hannibal can get there. 3 from the wing, no good. Radwan misses for the first time this half. Raiders have it on the rebound, now near side with Eaton into the game. Badorf gets a quick look. Looking down low for Stuckman. He gets big, has it, gives it back to Badorf on the baseline. Spin into the lane, nowhere to go. Puts up a 4-foot floater, won't go. Powell has it on the weak side.
Yeah, again, I don't know that I think they can stay in a possession longer. I think that Justin's just got to be confident he's going to come back to him. He got himself in a tough fight. Really not a bad shot for him, but still, I think he can get a better one.
Powell down the lane. Hanks uses his body to protect the shot. It won't go. Stuckman has the rebound. Gets it to Badorf. Raiders on top, 36-26. Come across midcourt, and it's going to be over and back. Cramsey and Badorf just didn't see each other with the eye contact, and that's just an unforced turnover.
Yeah, that one was unnecessary. Again, I think part of it is, though, and I think this is something they need to pay attention to, is how they transition from defense to offense. I think they can be better. I mean, I think they can get more guys running up the floor and get the ball pushed ahead. We've seen that they're really good in transition, shooting the perimeter 3.
Cramsey, Ritter, Eaton, Badorf, and Stuckman, the 5 on the floor for the Raiders. 2 bounce pass to Radwan. Now Griffiths He looks to the backside, nowhere to go there. In the lane for Powell. Powell has the look he wanted, and a big foul by Stuckman as he came sweeping the big arm across and caught Powell.
Raiders went back to the 1-2-2, and really, you know, the whole point of the 1-2-2 is to keep the ball out of the middle of the area. And when you got a guy like Powell, by golly, you really got to concentrate on keeping it out of the middle, and he was able to kind of sneak around without getting touched and get a good look in there.
4 of 8 from the line for Powell tonight, now 4 of 9.
Good looking foul shooter too. And there's no reason that you would think that he would be a poor foul shooter, aside from the fact that he hasn't sat down in the game. That might be the only thing, but I don't think they can afford to let him sit down. He should be a good foul shooter.
2 minutes to go, third quarter. Big deep knee bend, and it comes up just short. The 0 of 2 on that trip for Powell. Raiders still lead by 10, 36-26. Minute 50 to go now. Deep look for Stuckman. Stuckman in the mid-post, turns around from 8, off glass, won't go, gets his own rebound, and gets fouled going up by Powell, and Stuckman's going to go to the line. He leads all Raiders with 10 here on the night, as the Raider offense has been hit and miss here in the third quarter after an absolutely dazzling 22 points in the second quarter.
Yeah, but I think part of that is that again, you're seeing a team that isn't feeling completely comfortable out there, and it's looking a little ragged, and I'm not sure that they're as patient as they could be. Again, when you can go through a quarter and you can count the ball reversals on one hand, that's when you probably need to take a step back and say, hey, let's get something better in this possession.
2 for 2 from the line for Bodorf. He's got 7. And that's part of maturing into a mentally tough team, is just knowing when you're not in that rhythm and settling the game down.
Yeah.
Raiders go for the steal on the 1-2-2 press. They've got Hannibal bottled up in the backcourt. Powell makes himself available so well. 3 off the wing is in and out from Radman, and the Raiders have the rebound. Eaton in transition, looks to the corner for Bodorf on the right side. Between the legs, step back 3. It's a wild shot, but he's fouled by Radman. And I think Bodorf's going to the line for 3 here. Let's see if his foot was on the line. Are they going to call it after the shot? The official looks down to the baseline. And on the push, they're going to give this to the Raiders on the baseline. So the foul was after the shot.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
Now he's pointing to the baseline. Okay, now they're going to clean this up and give it to Bodorf on the free throw.
How that could be.
Yeah, that
had to be a 3.
Part of the shot there.
Sure.
Bodorf in the confusion. Misses the first free throw. 38-26. Raiders on top. Second free throw. Missed. This is very unlike young Mr. Bodorf.
Yeah,
he came into this night shooting 12 of 16 from the free throw stripe. And he's now just 2 of 4. He gets it sighted in and drops that one home. 39-26. Raiders enjoying their biggest lead of the night, up 13. Radman steps through the trap. Raiders with that 1-2-2. Jones in the backcourt to Griffith now. To Jones on the far side in the corner. Back to Griffith. Griffith down the lane, pulls up at the free throw line and backs it out. Raiders have stayed exclusively man-to-man here in the second half. Up and under from Griffith, and a rebound by Stuckman. Raiders look more comfortable in that man-to-man. Here's Ray up front. His pocket gets picked by Radman. He's got Griffiths with him, but won't go to him. That was a bad angle. And Radman displays a little bit of patience as he backs it out for Hannibal and the Pirates. 45 seconds to go, third quarter, 39-26. Griffiths in the front court now with Jones. Jones guarded there by Ritter, the senior. Backdoor pass knocked away by the Raiders. It's loose. Ritter has it. He finds Ray. Ray 1-on-3. He pulls it back. Now to Bodorf near side. He goes step back. Doesn't take the 3. He was out of rhythm.
Keep playing to the basket. He had a guy open up in the basket.
Now Bodorf on the back door. He cuts the baseline. Hangs. Won't get it to go. Rebound by Powell. 20 seconds to go. 2-on-1 for Hannibal if they hurry. Jones takes it to the rack. He'll be fouled and go to the line. Well, that was just good recognition that time by Cale Radman, as he found Jones on the wing, and Jones had the angle.
I'll tell you what, Sean, I still contend that part of the problem with the Raiders right now is they're so gifted offensively that they think they can score at any time, and that's not a bad thing. But I think they're also skilled enough that they can get whatever they want. And that's where they got to get to. They got to get to the point where they're saying, no, you know what, we're going to get what we want this time, and not just take a shot that's a pretty good shot for us, take a great shot for our team. And they do that, man, they're going to be unstoppable.
It's that analysis paralysis. You got so many good options when you're at the butcher, you don't know which one to take. That's the Raiders right now.
I think that's true. I do. I think there's a lot of merit to that right now, and they're not sure. I don't know. I think it's a confidence thing. I also think it's a thing where they got a number of guys that are capable of being the guy, quote, and so there is nothing wrong with that. But I think they got to learn to play with each other.
Foul back to the free throw line after a foul in the scrum off the miss, and he misses the first. Foul, he's being held to a half dozen points here tonight. He looks for another. 39-27, Raiders up 15 seconds to go, third quarter. Foul, just can't get it to going. Right now he's aiming it because he just can't get it to fall no matter what the adjustment is. And now Welper gets fouled on that look inside by Rysam. And the Raiders pick up a fourth foul against Hannibal. And it's Raider basketball with plenty of time, 14 seconds here in the third quarter. Raiders getting in against some pressure to Reese. Reese going to dribble through the double team. Comes up front, 9 seconds to go as he crosses the timeline. Looks into the corner. Ritter for three. He's got it. Ritter hits the three to close out the third quarter, and the Raiders are up big. 42-27 here at home. They'll go to the fourth quarter against Hannibal next. You're listening to Raider basketball on WTAD.
Around here, matter, and relationships are built on trust. That's the way it is at Town and Country Bank. Real people who like things simple, honest, and done right.
Oh, that story looks good. Let me click that link. What? Locked? Hey, site. Why do they link stories that I can't see? I'm not paying for that.
All of your online news at your fingertips is free on QuincyJournal.com. Quincy Journal also has a mobile site that fits your smartphone perfectly. And have you taken a peek at QJ TV, QND Lady Raiders, Quincy High Blue Devils, QND Raiders games and more, live on QJ TV. For the latest in politics, community news, and more, free every day, it's QuincyJournal.com.
Douglas with you tonight on WTAD. The Raiders having some fun at home, Coach. They come back after an awkward offensive start to that third quarter, scored 20 points, and stretch out that lead. It's now 42-27 as we start the fourth.
Yeah, again, they're capable of being a very high-octane offense. They go back to the zone here for the first possession of the fourth quarter.
This is a Raider team that's been held to about 51 points per game this year. They're looking to blow that number out of the water here tonight. Raiders forced the turnover from Hannibal along the near side, as Hannibal wasn't prepared for that zone look to start the fourth quarter. Raiders showed them nothing but man in the third.
Yeah, and I thought, coming out, even if it's just one possession, that the chances are probably pretty good that Hannibal went into that quarter and drew up a play because they'd seen so much man versus man, and so to come out in a zone for a possession, even if it's just a possession, can really get them off guard and maybe lose a possession. It happened to them that time.
Hannibal won this matchup 69-57 last year in Hannibal. Raiders looking for a win here tonight. Off a screen, Ritter for three at the top of the key, no good. Kept alive for a moment by Welper, but Griffith has it on the run to Powell. Good look underneath for Jones, and Jones scoops it up. Powell showing his acumen in the passing game as he caught that falling away from the rim about 8 feet away. And Jones was Johnny on the spot to put it up and in.
Yeah, I think the Raiders got caught ball watching a little bit, but and again, the ball was up the floor, and they had guys trailing the ball. They got to get guys flying to the basket.
Jones makes good on the three-point play. That's his fourth points of the night. Raiders still lead this one 42-30. Into the fourth quarter now, 7 minutes to go. Reese on the right-handed dribble, stays strong and draws the push from the Pirate defense.
Yeah, that's not an easy task going against Griffith. Aubrey did a really good job just being strong, using his quickness, getting him on his hip, and then once he had him on his hip, he took the punishment for a while before he finally got the call.
And Griffith, he does a great job with his quickness because Reese, not the biggest guy, but he's head and shoulders bigger than Griffith, who's guarding him. Raiders miss Welper, who is right down low on the baseline, out of bounds. Shot by Stuckman from 12, won't go. Outside look for Eaton, just off the front of the rim as Eaton misses that look at 3. He hit his first 2 and he's missed his next 2. Into the near side corner, out of the hands of Radman, and right back to the Raiders. Looks like the Pirates now just playing a little bit too quickly.
Yeah, I think they are. I think they understand that they got to have quick possessions to get back in the game. And this is a good chance for the Raiders to really show some patience and get what they want. I thought the last possession was solid. It was a really good possession. Let's see how they do here.
Raiders on top 42-30. They led 22-10 at the half. Now down low for Welper. Welper turnaround, layup good. His first bucket of the night. He stayed strong, stayed patient, and he's on the board on a good look inside.
Again, Powell hasn't been out of the game. Probably not a bad idea to go right at him right now, just because from a fatigue standpoint.
Raiders
stay in the zone.
They're in that kind of flat 3-2. Look down to the baseline. Powell throws it outside, tries to save it down low, saves it to Ritter. Raiders have numbers. Now the ball's popped loose. Powell, Johnny on the spot, goes up, gets fouled, won't go. He'll go back to the line. Boy, Powell was in the second row there, and they got a chance to go the other way, did the Raiders, but I thought they didn't kind of pop the clutch and get it underway.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I thought they had opportunity maybe to get a layup there, but again, we're just kind of content to have possession. And it's a fine line now. You're talking about a 14-point lead with 6 to go, and so there's some that would say, yeah, now's the time to start utilizing a little bit of clock. Not that you're going to quit playing, but utilize a little clock and maybe not be in such a hurry. I kind of tend to go with your thought on that one. I think they had a chance for an easy one.
6 minutes to go, 44-30. Powell back to the line. Powell gets 1 of 2 as he's continued to struggle tonight here at the line. Eaton into the front court. Ritter on the left wing corner. He's outside. Bodies fall down as Jones bangs with Copley. And now Reese settles it down on the right side. Gets a pick from Welper. No chance to pick and roll. Crossover by Reese. Hands it off to Ritter. Ritter, he's really been patient with his offense this year after being the leading scorer last year. Welper goes to the rim, can't get it to go. Ball is loose, still loose. Picked up by Hannibal. Jones gets it to Griffith. Griffith knows the situation, wants to run. No look pass to Jones. He had him wide open, and Jones wasn't ready for the pass. And Hannibal loses one out of bounds. It could have been an easy 2.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure Griffith didn't have a layup, too. That's the other part about it. I mean, it was a great pass. Should have been a layup for him, but I'm not sure he didn't have one also.
Raiders into the front court, up by 13, 44-31. Far side Ritter. Raiders just kind of taking a little bit of air out of the ball right now on the offensive end, slowing it down. Now Welper, he has his pocket picked by Radman. Radman came around his hip, was never going to be able to hold him out, so he went for the quickness play and was able to pick the pocket of Welper on the pass.
It's tough to throw a bounce pass to that top side, too. You want to throw that ball. That's probably an air pass that has him on the top side. If he's on the baseline, you got a chance to go to the baseline side, then I'd probably throw the bounce pass. But you got too many defenders that can squeeze that gap, throwing a bounce pass to the top.
Out of bounds, far side. Hannibal keeps the possession. Raiders up 44-31. Sean Sincree, Scott Douglas with you tonight for WTAD's coverage of QND. In the corner, Radman from Hannibal hits the 3. Well, Hannibal's not done in this game. Radman continues to bomb away from the outside. That was Kale. He's got 6 in the game. Ramsey on the spin as the Raider lead has been cut to 10, 44-34. 4:30 to go. Copley bounces back up after being knocked down. Reese picks up the dribble, gets it to Ritter. Ritter looks to Copley. Copley has it, goes into the lane, spins, hangs, hits.
That's a good job. I mean, that's a good possession. Found him in the post. He made a nice little post move and scored the ball. That's a big play.
3 out of the corner from Hannibal as they want to go quickly is no good from Caden Radaman. And on the rebound on the weak side, bodies collide. Powell is still down, and he is having a hard time getting up.
I'm not sure.
The rebound was put back up and in by Jones. That's going to go. He's got a half dozen now, and he'll be on the line for a chance at a three-point play. Everybody was watching Powell, though, the star junior forward for Hannibal, as he had a hard time getting back up after that heavy contact.
Yeah, I'm not sure Alvarez didn't knock that ball out of the kid's hand and it go in the basket. So I'm not sure there's a foul. It looked like a clean, strip that went forward, and he ended up, the ball ended up going in the hoop. I'm not sure I saw a foul there, but
I don't think we own goalie in basketball, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
We have to borrow that vernacular from soccer.
What do you call it? Yeah, I mean, that was an odd play. You don't see that very often.
No.
But
I'm not going to give Aubrey 2 points.
No, probably not. Probably not.
Well, Jones is the closest one. He misses it, but sneaking in is Griffiths for the rebound. It's fought for, and on the baseline, it'll go back to QND as Welper had a hard time containing it.
Griffiths gets.
He's tenacious.
Great competitor. I mean, he is just he does things at his size that you just don't ordinarily see.
46-36, Raiders up and with it in the front court. Cramsey spins through the lane, takes it back outside, now to Ritter. Ritter goes to Cramsey, far side. He's going to get a pick from Copley. Little pick and roll, doesn't look to him. Welper is set up. He was camping in the lane, but the Raiders couldn't get it to him. Now to Copley. Copley turns around, hangs from 4 feet. He can't hit, and another one-handed rebound by Powell in the lane. Powell, if he could hit some free throws tonight, would have an easy double-double. He's struggled from the line. On the outside, Hannibal has it. They don't want to take too much time. Radman looks for a three. It's an air ball, and Copley grabs it before it goes out of bounds. Cale Radman couldn't get that look, and now a timeout taken on the floor. 3:20 to go. Raiders up 46-36 at home against Hannibal. Will Temp step aside as well. You're listening to Raider Basketball on WTAD. You can sneak in a 60 here, Bruce. You can sneak in a 60. Okay, thank you.
Raiders need to go back to their pattern offense, their regular offense, and get rid of the ball screen nonsense. That's just made them stagnant for the last, for the last at least the last 4 minutes. They've been just ball screen and nothing, ball screen and nothing, and then ball screen and throw it to not the guy. Even Copley's score wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's where I wanted to go at that time.
.320 to go in the ball game. Raiders leading the Hannibal Pirates 46-36 here at the pit. Final home game for the Raiders this calendar year. They'll be on the road to take on Palmyra Tuesday night, and then the trip to Breeze Mater Dei next Friday night. After that, of course, it's the State Farm Holiday Classic. We'll share our thoughts with you on that schedule coming up in the postgame show. Now the Raiders with possession out of their timeout. 3:10 to go in the game. Raiders up 10, 46-36. Copley on the outside gets this one on the ground to Cramsey. Cramsey now to Welper. Welper motioning to Ray. It's Cramsey, Welper, Ray, Eaton, and Ritter. The 5 on the floor for the Raiders. Hannibal diving for it. No. Foul on the reach. Going to be whistled against the Pirates.
Raiders are in that tough place. It's that trying to play to the basket, but at the same time you realize that you only want to take a great shot at this point.
Raiders get it into Cramsey. Cramsey tries the baseline. Backdoor look for Johnny Ray. Ray's jumper from 10 won't go. Hannibal in transition. They can cut this down to a 3-possession game with a bucket here. Hanging and hitting is Griffiths down the lane. That's his first bucket in this second half. He's got 8, and the lead is 46-38. Raiders working against the press of the Pirates. Bounce pass to Ray in transition. Ray will be fouled on the backside by Jones. That is Hannibal's 7th foul, and so the Raiders are going to have 1-and-1 opportunities for the last 2 minutes and 22 seconds in this game. Raiders up 46-38, but they start going to the line.
This is where they need to be. Like, they need to be in this kind of game right now, and then they need to have some success in this kind of game.
Ray 1 of 5 from the line this year, make it 1 of 6. Ray looking for his first points tonight, and a timeout taken by Hannibal. Coach Thomas wants to talk it over. We'll let him do that. Raiders up 46-38 with Johnny Ray at the line. More of that to come. You're listening to Raider Basketball on WTAD.
Bah humbug. I don't care. You know what? If you want to see the latest out, you just want to see the Skechers golf shoe here. R&R Golf. This is spikeless, leather, and they're selling for $84.99 here.
When Amy's brother passed away, her family went to Hanson Spear Funeral Home.
It's not about, the death of the family member. It's about celebrating a life. They're very family oriented as well. They're, traditional, and they want to make you feel like, you're almost, part of the family. And that's what we really liked. If I had to sum up Hanson Spear in a word, it would be compassionate and loyal. It would be like family.
Continues his 2 shots at the line after the foul. He was hit on the hip by Jones. And Scott Douglas and I were just playing pick your free throw shooter down the stretch for the Raiders in a tight game. And it's been Badorf who's been the best free throw shooter for him so far this season at 75%.
Yeah, and I think, the big key here is the defend and rebound. They got to do that. Going to get a break here. Ball's off of a Hannibal kid's head, out of bounds. So you gather a possession now. Now you take a look and say, okay, well, is this where we want to be offensively? And what's our go-to offense here? How are we going to be able to play towards the basket and still get what we want through a possession?
Ray 0 for 2 on that trip to the line. Raiders on the outside, have it with Eat. Eat protecting the ball. He gets it to Cramsey. Cramsey going to throw a bit of an elbow into Griffiths, but Griffiths called for the block. And so Cramsey will go back to the free throw line for the Raiders. Cramsey, first trip to the line tonight. He's just 7 of 16 from the free throw stripe as a sophomore.
Feeling good about this, though.
A guy who handles the ball a lot, though, you want him to shoot, 80%.
I'm feeling good. I think he's
all right.
I just got a good feeling.
He's got a good stroke.
Oh, absolutely. Feeling good about it.
Cramsey, feeling good at home. It's the first one.
That's what I thought. Now,
we're going to buy some scratcher tickets after this game.
Well, I don't know about that. I wouldn't go that far, but I don't know. I just felt like that. He's going to be a good foul shooter throughout the time. I'd take him on the line too.
Cramsey's second one, pure. 2 for 2 without using the rim.
Got to defend and you got to rebound right here. This is big possessions defensively and rebounding the ball.
Raiders up 10, 48-38. Griffiths behind his back, kicks it outside. Ball's loose. Find Powell in the low post. Layup. Good job by Welper not to complicate it with the three-point play. Gives Powell the 2. Powell now sitting on 9
Take
for
the
night.
layup, Carter. Take the layup.
Raiders
There you
get out
go.
front.
There you go.
Able to break down that press in a wink of an eye. And the Raiders send Cramsey right back to the free throw
You get
stripe.
you get the opportunity. And in this kind of situation, you have an opportunity that you think you want to pull back, but in all honesty, they're going to give you opportunities to score. And I think that particular possession right there showed that they were going to take advantage of it. They made a good play. They got Carter running in a good press break situation. You got him free. And, you got to take that lead. You still got to keep playing. There's a minute 48 left. You're up 8. You can't quit playing, but you got to be smart about how you're playing.
Well, and Hannibal came in here tonight with that riverboat gambler's mentality. 5 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first half. They were paid off, and they're going to have to take some risks here, down 9 now, as Cramsey makes this first free throw with 1 to come, with 2 minutes to go.
Sure. And I think you're conscious of the 3 now. You're going to defend the 3 a little bit more secure than you would earlier in the game when Powell was going to be such a bigger factor.
50-40, Raiders on top as Cramsey hits both. He's 4 for 4 under 2 minutes to play from the free throw line here tonight. Powell on the outside. He wants the 3. Can't get it to go. That's going to be out of bounds and back to the Raiders. Powell 0 for 2 from beyond the arc tonight. Minute 35 to go now. So the Raiders look to go to 2-3 on the season. Raiders get this into Welper. Welper over the top. He's got Stuckman. Stuckman is going to be fouled. The intentional foul.
Got to count it too. See if he counts it.
The sixth.
Got to count it.
Sixth sensation was getting ready to go up and throw it down, and Hannibal wasn't going to have any of that. And Jones grabbed him and wouldn't let him go up. And now Stuckman, who didn't start tonight because he had been ill at practice during the week this week, hopefully started in his place. Stuckman came off the bench, scored 10 in the first half to lead all scorers, and he's been silent here in the second half. His first free throw is no good. They counted the bucket.
And a great job by Ben Welper. I mean, I think
his head up.
Yeah, absolutely. Because your point is like, we're ahead 10, we're ahead 12. Your tendency sometimes is don't play to the rim, play side to side, take time off the clock. The fact of the matter is, if you'll play to the rim, it's easier to do that. And he did that, and actually caught Tanner, sneaking out ahead and got the layup. I have no idea what these guys are talking about.
I don't either. They're going to take. Okay, so Stuckman, they called the intentional foul, but he made the bucket. So they gave him the bucket, gave him one free throw, and now it looks like it's going to be the Raiders basketball on the left end baseline. Raiders moving right to left here in the second half at home, and now they're going to put him back on the line because that's what it should be on the intentional foul. Two free throws in the ball.
2 free throws in the ball.
So Stuckman, he's going to get another free throw here. Raiders up 52-40. This one looks good. It just rolls out on him. So Stuckman has a dozen, and the Raiders up by a dozen. They'll get the ball now on the left end baseline. Well, why not?
Three. Well, how that used to go, like 3 to make 2 or something like that in the ABA.
That was
years and years ago. I think they had that.
Scott, I'm sorry, that was before my time.
No, seriously, I think there was a 3 to make 2 rule or something like that. Got 3 chances to make 2 free throws.
On an intentional?
No, on any foul, like on a shooting foul.
On just a
like
shooting
a double
foul?
bonus or something like that. Yeah.
That seems like a triple bonus to me.
Well, the ABA, they couldn't shoot free throws. It's like Artis Gilmore and people like that. So they had to do the 3 to make 2.
Raiders get fouled and go back to the line. This time it'll be Copley on the line. Raiders up 52-40. Now that's good. Check it. That's Eaton on the line, not Copley.
I played with a red, white, and blue ball for crying out loud.
Did you?
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, they did. You're back to the ABA.
Yeah, I'm back in the ABA again.
Okay. All right.
No idea why I got there.
Well, I thought now.
Oh, that story looks good. Let me click that link. What? Locked? Pay site? Why do they link stories that I can't see? I'm not paying for that.
All of your online news at your fingertips is free on QuincyJournal.com. Quincy Journal also has a mobile site that fits your smartphone perfectly. And have you taken a peek at QJ TV, QND Lady Raiders, Quincy High Blue Devils, QND Raiders games and more, live on QJ TV. For the latest in politics, community news, and more, free every day, it's QuincyJournal.com.
When Andy Douglas became the head coach of the Quincy High Blue Devils, he wanted a fresh start and a new look, starting with a locker room. The first place he called was Landmarks. You're looking at the finished product. Wall picks, logos, inspirational quotes, and even window treatments. Each application was custom designed and installed by Landmarks right here in Quincy.
The window treatments are one of my favorite parts. They got kind of the wood feel. We're able to see out and see what's going on in the locker room, and the players can't see in, so that's kind of a special thing. But it has one of our favorite quotes on it: the image of one projects the image of all. It's a quote that we use with our program, our players.
Well, we'll make sure that he's feeling good when we have him up here on the postgame show. Raiders' second free throw from Eaton is good.
Still important to defend and rebound. Still got to defend and rebound here. I mean, that's the big key.
Minute 25 to go. Into the front court, Jones for Hannibal. On the far side, get it to Radman. He pulls up. He's made 2 threes tonight. This one is no good. Raiders scrum for it and come away with it with Welper. And Welper is going to get his chance on the line tonight.
Yeah, I like the possession. I like the defensive possession. I think the shot is a shot that they're happy with them taking. And then second thing is all five guys put a body on somebody and were ready to rebound. It did come off as a long rebound, which are really, really difficult to rebound, especially against quicker guys. But Ben did a good job of securing it and getting fouled.
Welper with just a deuce tonight. Goes to the free throw line for the first time and comes up just a little bit short. Yeah, no reason to leak out and look for that transition now. You're up 14, under a minute and a half to go. Just rebound, defend, and
all five guys checking out, and then stay solid with it because you know that they got to come after you and foul you. So stay solid with the ball.
In and out for Welper. Raider lead is 14, 54-40. Down the lane, trying to bounce it off the defender. Reese was Jones, and that's going to miss everybody and go out of bounds on the far side. Well, right now, Hannibal is just gambling on every possession, looking to push tempo, looking for that first open three, and letting it fly. 67 seconds to go at the pit. Raiders trying to hold on to this 14-point lead, 54-40. Raiders in the double bonus, bring it into the front court with the senior Ritter. Ritter on the bounce, takes it far side for Eaton. Eaton going to weave out top with Cramsey. Those three will work together with Welper and Stuckman playing at the forward spot. Stuckman on the left, gets it back to Cramsey at the top. Raiders now, they're playing side to side instead of at the rim, as Scott talked about. But now, with under a minute to go, your philosophy changes up big.
Yeah, they're using clock and they're saying you got to come foul us. And it looks like Hannibal's not going to. They're going to say, hey, you guys got this. So just be strong with the ball. Be strong with the ball and you should be fine.
Ball gets loose from Eaton. Hannibal. Jones goes for it. Can't quite get there. It's going to be out of bounds and back to the Raiders. Timeout taken on the floor. We'll take it with them. Just 26 seconds to go. Raiders up big, 54-40 over Hannibal on WTAD. Just the 30 here, Bruce. Just the 30.
It's coming to Quincy, and it's a game changer. Fiber is the fastest technology available, and Adams is bringing fiber to the home. Nothing else compares to fiber, and Adams will be connecting Quincy neighborhoods to this lightning-fast internet and telephone service with no gimmick pricing and local service. Find out how your neighborhood can become a fiberhood. Just take the quick survey at followthefiber.net. Adams, the better and now faster way to connect.
Improved to 2-3 on the season. Hannibal going to fall to 0-3 with this loss. We thought at first at halftime that the Raiders came out with a 22-point second quarter. We might have something special in mind. The offense cooled off a bit, but the defense picked up, and the Raiders are going to hold on for a big win here at home. Hannibal misses a long look on the outside from Jones, and now just 10 seconds to go, and Reese will dribble it off for the Raiders on the far side sideline. Scott Douglas along for the color commentary and Inside Tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. We enjoyed having you along.
It was great to be here. It's great to have a Raider win.
Let's talk about a big Raider win in the postgame show. That comes up next. Raiders defeat Hannibal 54-40 on Talk Radio 930 WTAD.